Sergeant Tim Payne.
Thank you. Good morning, Sergeant Payne.
Good morning.
Can you just please remember that you are still under oath from yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sergeant Payne, where we left off yesterday, we were starting to talk about you discussion or interview with Mr. Truesdell, Luke Truesdell, while he was sitting on the porch area of the house of 3699 East Sutter Road. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we were talking about if you had a body cam working and if it was properly on and operating at that time.
Yes.
And I believe we've already admitted into record States Exhibit 5.1 and 5.2, which are portions of that body cam taken from June 5th of 2024. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And so, Your Honor, at this time I would ask to publish States Exhibit 5.1 for the jury.
Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Alyssa, we can help with this one, please.
Sergeant Payne, before I hit play, we have some information up here in the top left-hand corner, which is 6/5/2024, the time of 17:34:31. What is this information?
That is the date and time of the incident and when we were doing interviews.
And so when it says 17:34:31, that's military time, correct?
Correct.
And so that would be at 5:34:31.
Yes.
And we see right now an individual right underneath the 31 with a kind of a dark coat with a camera. Who's this individual?
That is Detective Eagley.
And going straight, if you're looking at this to the right, there's a bluish truck, an individual with a beard and some glasses. Who's this individual?
That is Matt Brown.
And right behind the truck, we kind of see a garage. What's this building?
That is the main house, the attached garage to the main residence.
And then directly behind it from distance, we can see the side of another large building. What building is that?
That would be the shop outbuilding where the incident occurred.
And then we see a road right behind Lieutenant Eagley. Does that road connect to the road to enter and exit the property?
It does.
Sergeant Payne with the Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Eagley, I just want to talk to you about your application here.
We can kind of hear like some type of noise. What's that noise we kind of hear in the background?
It was a very windy day, and so it's the wind blowing into the body-worn camera.
And so we just had an individual stand up from the porch that's kind of next to this handicap ramp. Now that his back is turned, who's that individual?
That is Luke Truesdell.
And do you see Luke Truesdell in the courtroom today?
I do.
Would you please point to that person and tell me the color of shirt and tie if that person's wearing a tie?
Like a light greenish shirt and a blue tie.
And this is the individual seated to my left between his two attorneys.
Correct.
And that's the individual with the goatee?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, excuse me, also the Caucasian individual between his two attorneys with the goatee.
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
Thank you.
Why do you have
seconds, but actual real time of 17:35:17. We see a shirtless individual approaching the handicap ramp. Who is that shirtless individual?
That is Luke's father, Larry Truesdell.
And then we see a female deputy that's a little bit behind him, kind of by blocking that blue truck. Who's that female
That
deputy?
is Deputy Hughes.
Is that Kelly Hughes?
Yes.
Want to swab your hands, okay, with the blood and everything? I just wanna swab your hands here, Larry, real quick.
I'm stopping State's Exhibit 5.1 at 2 minutes and 44 seconds of video, time 17:37:14. What are you and Deputy Hughes doing?
At that time, we have like Q-tip swabs. At that time, I'm taking those swabs to swab Larry Truesdell's hands, and there was pictures taken of his hands at that time.
And why are you doing that?
To collect it as evidence in case we need it for the future.
And was it also discovered that Larry Truesdell was providing aid to Britt Brown when officers arrived?
That's correct.
And so naturally looking to see the blood that was on his hands from providing aid to Britt Brown?
Correct.
And do you know where his shirt is?
In watching the body-worn camera of Deputy Lofsgaard, you can see Larry Truesdell rendering aid to Brent Brown. You can see him without his shirt on, applying pressure to Brent Brown's head. And so it was the shirt was left there where Brent Brown was.
So Larry was using his own shirt to try to provide aid to Brent.
Yes.
Objection, that's speculation.
Sustained.
Continuing on with the video.
I'll let Bill make that date, have this down, find out what.
video at 9:23, time 17:43:53 of States Exhibit 5.1. The wind's kind of hard to hear, but you say a statement of, "Tell me about it." What does Luke say to you?
He says that I hit him, each of them.
And then we hear you respond that you said you hit each of them.
I did.
What did he do with his head?
He nodded his head yes.
So I want to go back a little bit on this. So I want to start the video of 5.1. Once again, 9:10, real time, 17:43:40 seconds.
Happened. Tell me about it. Each of them? Was that before Mom told you to go out there and talk to him, or were you already out there with him? Okay, so he tells you to go check on him. You go to the service door, and what were they doing inside? Okay. Yeah, still kind of do them. But what did you say that you hit them? What did you hit them with? Okay.
If I could have the screen clear for a second.
Sergeant Payne, did you eventually make your way back to that pole barn?
I did.
And did you look to see if you could find a metal pipe or bar?
I did.
And where did you find this metal pipe?
Detective Buter and I went up to the shop, and I went into the service door, the walk-through door, and as Luke said, it was to the right, inside that door, there was a metal bar pipe standing up, kind of like him leaning up against the exterior wall.
Your Honor, if I could once again have the screen. And Sergeant Payne, I think there is a pointer up there. Have the
How
lights
you
dim.
use it here.
It might need to be turned on.
I need some help.
May I approach the witness, please?
Yes.
Showing that it's on, but
Thank you. Sergeant Payne, using that pointer, can you point to us where you located this metal pipe?
right here.
And what entrance are we looking at in States Exhibit 3.16?
This is the service door. This is the walk-through service door. On each side is a double garage door. So there's one here, and then this is the service door in the middle between them.
So once again, if you're entering into this barn through the service door, hand you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 4. Sergeant Payne, when looking at State's Exhibit 4, there's like a white sticker. What's that white sticker?
That is our evidence label that is entered into the BEAST system.
And what's that label say?
It gives the case number, and then it says the packaging is a sealed box, one miscellaneous 41-inch black metal pipe.
And is that case number that's on that box the same one that's associated with your case number at Linn County Sheriff Department?
It is.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Is that box still sealed?
It is.
Is that the evidence tape that is used by your department to seal items?
Yes, it is.
And what's the purpose to seal items?
The purpose is to make sure that obviously the item that's collected doesn't get out of the box, but also that it's not the evidence is not tampered with in any way.
And did that item get sent to DCI to be tested?
Yes,
And would DCI reseal that item when they send it back?
correct.
And was DCI the one that resealed that box for you?
Yes.
I gave you a pair of scissors. Could you go ahead and open the box, break the seal? And Sergeant Payne, let me know when you can open and look at it.
Yeah, it's open here.
Is that the same black pipe that was recovered from the scene of 3699 East Otter Road and that outbuilding that we saw on State's Exhibit 3.16?
It is.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd ask to admit into evidence State's Exhibit number 4.
Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to show the item to the jury?
Granted.
Thank you. Sergeant Payne, this right here is the black metal pipe that was recovered from the scene.
Yes.
As we see in my right hand, red blood.
Yes.
And this was the pipe that was described to you by Larry Truesdell.
By Luke Truesdell.
Excuse me, Luke Truesdell.
Yes.
Thank you for the correction. defendant transported eventually down to the Lynn County Sheriff's Department?
He was.
And did you have a chance to speak to him one more time before he got into a squad car to be transported?
I did.
And whose squad car did he get transported in?
Deputy Lofsgaard?
Did anybody ride with Deputy Lofsgaard and the defendant back to the Lynn County Jail?
Yes, Detective Egley did.
And that's this time Lieutenant Todd Egley?
Yes.
Did you follow them to the Sheriff's Department?
I did.
How did you get there?
I drove my own vehicle.
Was anybody with you?
No.
You know, if I could have the screen one more time, permission to publish State Exhibit 5.2.
Granted.
Thank you. Stopping the video at 10 seconds, time 18:09:10. Who is this deputy with the defendant?
That is Deputy Lofsgaard.
And is this Deputy Lofgard's squad car?
It is. Stopping State's Exhibit 5.2 at 1 minute and 42 seconds and 18:10:42 of real time. The defendant says that he wants to give somebody a hug. Who is he asking to give a hug to? To Detective Egley.
Restarting State's Exhibit 5.2. Your Honor, if I may have the screen clear again. Thank you. Sergeant Payne, was it determined by you and other law enforcement officers that the defendant was going to be placed under arrest after he admitted to you and Sergeant Egley that he had hit the 4 people with the pipe?
Yes,
And did these events occur here in Lynn County?
they did.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
observed the inside of the crime scene at that time. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you there.
You're fine.
And you had testified that there was also a significant amount of blood throughout that crime scene. Correct?
Yes.
And so of the blood that you observed pools of blood.
Correct.
You also observed significant amount of blood spatter.
Correct.
And when walking through the crime scene, you took great care as to watch where you were stepping to not disturb any evidence, correct?
Tried to.
In doing that, you'd move slowly through the crime scene.
Yes.
Do you recall if you got any blood on yourself in moving through that?
I don't recall that I did.
And so you also testified after coming out, you were instructed to have some discussion with Larry Truesdell, correct?
Correct.
And he was sitting underneath the tree right outside of the large out garage.
Correct.
While you were speaking with Larry, you did observe that he had blood on him, correct?
Yes.
Had blood on his hands,
Yes.
had blood on his shorts.
I did not see blood on his shorts.
So then following speaking with Larry under the tree, you went over and you spoke with Matt Brown outside of the main house, correct?
Yes.
We saw a little bit at the very beginning of your body cam footage, Matt Brown standing there. You were just finishing up speaking with him.
Yes.
And then we saw on your body cam that we just watched, you went over to speak with Luke Truesdell, correct?
Correct.
And after you introduced yourself to Luke Truesdell before the interview, we saw Larry Truesdell and Deputy Hughes come walking around the corner to the front of the house.
Yes.
And you told Larry at that time you were going to swab his hands before he cleaned up, correct?
Correct.
So the purpose of swabbing Larry Truesdell's hands was to preserve the blood that was on his hands, correct?
Correct.
And that was before he was going to be allowed to wash his hands.
Correct.
And you collected 2 swabs from Larry Truesdell's hands.
Yes.
In front of you, sir, is a packet of defense exhibits. Would you please direct your attention to Defense Exhibit P10?
P10.
P10, yes.
Okay.
And we saw on your body cam footage, I keep wanting to say Sergeant Egley, Lieutenant Egley, take pictures of Larry, including pictures of his hands, correct?
Correct.
And that was right before you had swabbed Larry's hands.
Correct.
And you did have an opportunity to see Larry's hands up close since you were swabbing them at the time, correct?
Yes.
And you would agree that Defense Exhibit P10 is the picture that Detective Egley took at that time?
Yes.
And you would agree that this is a fair and accurate image of what Larry Truesdell's hands looked like at that time, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, the defense moves to admit Defense Exhibit P10.
Objection.
No objection.
Admitted.
And Your Honor, we would ask to publish Defense Exhibit P10. So it may be easier to see on the screen in front of you, but just generally speaking, we do see blood around the edges of Larry's fingers here, correct?
Correct.
Um, Larry's right hand looks a little more swollen. Would you agree?
I guess I can't really see a difference.
And then also, down around on Larry's right leg, down here, we see some red spots. Would you agree that could be blood?
It could be.
Your Honor, if you could clear the screen, please. Thank you. And so at this point in your investigation, you still had no suspects, correct?
Correct.
And then I believe we saw on your body cam, after swabbing Larry's hands, Larry was allowed to move freely at that point, correct?
Yes.
And we heard a little bit, it was your understanding that the blood you were seeing was Brent Brown's blood, correct?
Correct.
But you don't know whose blood was actually on Larry's hands, correct?
Correct.
And to your knowledge, those swabs from Larry's hands were never tested, correct?
That's correct.
And so as you were speaking with Luke outside of the house there on your body cam that we just saw, you observed Luke's clothing, correct?
Correct.
And his clothing appeared normal, I believe you testified earlier or yesterday.
Yeah, I did not, at that time, notice anything.
And you had also asked Luke if he had any blood on him, correct?
Correct.
So you did not personally observe any blood on Luke Truesdell at that time.
Correct.
You did not observe any injuries to Luke Truesdell at that time.
No.
Now, we heard on direct, you testified that you heard Luke Truesdell say, "I hit them," correct?
Yes.
At that time, Luke Truesdell did not say who he hit. He did not give a name, correct?
Correct.
And then we heard some further discussion in regards to Luke Truesdell had said he walked in and one of them, might have even said Brent, was still breathing, correct?
I believe that's correct.
And then we also heard you say, well, you said you hit them and had him go and went back into that line of questioning, correct?
Correct.
And so the portion where he said one of them was still breathing, you ignored that part.
At that time, I wanted to get him back on, to him saying that he hit them.
So him saying he walked in to the garage and one of them was still breathing, but you wanted to redirect him to him saying, "I hit them."
Correct.
And at that time, you really didn't know what Luke meant, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't know if you believed what he was saying, correct?
Correct. still investigating it at that time.
So, yes or no, you would agree that the information you had in front of you was not lining up with what Luke was saying, correct?
Correct.
In your training and experience, the lack of blood on Luke's clothing does not coincide with the significant amounts of blood inside the garage, correct?
Correct.
And in your training and experience, you might expect someone who had just beat 3 people to death and critically injured another to have a significant amount of blood on their person, correct?
Correct.
Would you agree that it would be common for a person in such an altercation to themselves have some type of injury?
I would think so.
And we also saw on your video, on your body cam footage, right there at the end, Luke asked Lieutenant Egley for a hug, correct?
Correct.
Prior to that, you had also allowed Luke to hug his father, Larry Truesdell, before what we saw there, correct?
Correct.
And then we heard that, I believe at that point is when you transported Luke to the sheriff's department for further questioning?
Yes.
At the sheriff's department, outside before you went into the sheriff's department, so Deputy Lofsgaard, Lieutenant Egley, and Luke arrived, and then you arrived right after them, or about the same time as them, correct?
Correct.
And you were ordering some sandwiches for everybody to eat, correct?
Yes.
And at that time, Luke also asked you for a hug.
Correct.
You granted that request.
Yes.
In your experience, is it typical behavior for an accused murderer to ask the detectives arresting him for a hug?
Objection to speculation.
I'm asking in regards to his experience, Your Honor.
Overrule, the witness can answer if he knows.
I don't know if it's typical. I mean,
Have you ever had that happen to you before?
I don't believe so.
Now, we were talking on Defense Exhibit P10, that area on Larry Truesdell's shorts that could have been blood. You did not collect Larry's shorts as evidence, correct?
Correct.
You did not swab Larry's shorts to be tested later,
No.
correct? You're familiar with the presumptive blood kit, correct?
I'm not sure what you're talking about there.
The swab that you can run over a stain to determine if it might be blood. Are you familiar with that?
I do not do that.
Sergeant Page, there was a lot of questions that was asked by defense counsel. Your Honor, if I could have the screen so the state could republish State's Exhibit 3.7. Sergeant Payne, when looking at State's 3.7, who is the individual without the shirt on?
Larry Truesdell.
And what's he doing?
He's applying pressure, rendering aid to Brent Brown's head.
Is there a large amount of blood in this picture where Larry Truesdell's elbows and hands and arms are at?
Yes, there is.
Would you be shocked that you found blood on Larry Truesdell's hands from this picture?
Correct.
So you weren't surprised that he had blood on his hands?
That's correct.
In defense, you may clear the screen, Your Honor. Defense counsel talks about the amount of blood at the scene and also spatter blood. Did you see spatter blood?
I did.
And spatter blood is basically as you hit something, it goes away from where that source was. Safe to say?
Yes.
So if you're not standing directly in the direction of the spatter, would you expect to get hit?
No.
Withdraw.
So then it is possible that if someone hits somebody or gets hit, just equally they would not have blood on.
It's possible.
At the sheriff's office, did you do buccal swabs for the defendant?
I did.
And did you personally do those?
I did.
And that was to collect his DNA, correct?
Yes.
And was that sent to DCI to be tested
Yes.
along with the pipe?
Correct.
And were you later informed that Sergeant Lear did find blood on the clothing of the defendant?
Yes.
Because is it part of your duty and job as one of the investigators in this matter is try to get an overview of the entire case?
Correct.
And was that shirt and shoe and pipe also sent to DCI for testing?
They were.
And so, through investigation of this case, the defendant confessed to hitting 4 people. Is that what you heard?
Yes.
And defense counsel was talking to you on cross about at first that wasn't lighting up. But when you walked into the scene, what type of injuries did you saw?
As I testified, extensive trauma to the individual's head.
I mean, do they look like stab wounds?
At the time, I didn't know what had caused all the injuries. We didn't know what caused it at that time.
I mean, did it look like blunt force trauma?
Yes.
So somebody had to hit him with something?
Correct.
And the defendant told you he hit him with a pipe?
That's correct.
And you found the pipe exactly where he told you?
Yes.
Did that seem to add up then?
I did.
State's Exhibit 4, the 4-foot pipe, that seemed to match what you saw in the pole barn?
Yes.
And we talked about that pipe being sent to DCI for testing. Was there blood that came back to belong to anybody in that pole barn?
I did.
Whose DNA was on it?
Objection, Your Honor. This has not been testified by the DCI labs.
Sustained.
Your Honor, I'm confused. What's the objection? normal factors in the Iowa law?
Yes,
And when reviewing those reports, did you see who the DNA belonged to?
yes.
And then who did it belong to?
It belonged to Ramondus Cooper, Kiana Ryan,
Who else had DNA on that pipe?
Luke Truesdell.
So 3 people, and obviously DCI will testify further to that, but was Larry Truesdell's DNA found in that pipe?
It was not.
So you have the murder weapon, correct?
Correct?
You have a confession.
Yes,
You have his DNA on the murder weapon.
correct.
You remember whose blood was on his shirt?
Ramondus Cooper.
And did you, along with Sergeant Ailey, review surveillance footage?
We did.
And just in general, when reviewing that surveillance footage, what did you see go in after Ramondus and Amanda Parker were in there?
Luke Truesdell.
And how about when Kiana and Brent went in?
Luke Truesdell followed them in,
And where was Larry?
out at the boat.
Calls for speculation.
Where was Larry again?
Out by the boat.
No further questions.
Recross.
Sergeant, just going back to the testimony in regards to you not being surprised that Larry Truesdell had blood on his hands. You don't know who else's blood may have been on Larry Truesdell's hands because those swabs were never tested, correct?
Correct.
You never actually took a DNA swab from Larry to establish a DNA profile, correct?
Correct.
And so in an absence of getting a swab from Larry Truesdell to establish a DNA profile, you don't know if his DNA was on that pipe, correct?
I do not.
You had also mentioned in regards to the spot of blood on Luke's shirt, you don't know how that blood got on Luke's shirt, correct?
Correct.
We saw Luke hugged a few people that day. You would agree that blood could have possibly been transferred?
I didn't see him hugging Ramondus Cooper, and the blood that came back was from him on his shirt.
But you did see him hug his father, correct?
I did.
And his father had blood on him, correct?
Correct.
We'd also heard on redirect some testimony in regards to the blood spatter. You are not a blood spatter expert, correct?
Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Shear?
Similar, the blood to Larry could also have been transferred to him. Correct?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're excused. Please have a seat. Thank you. We are back on the record in the state of Iowa versus Luke Truesdell. All of the attorneys are present, as well as the defendant, and we are in the presence of the jury. Does the state of Iowa have a witness to call at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would call Lieutenant Todd Egley to the stand.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the courtroom. You can have a seat in front of the red microphone there. Just make yourself comfortable and feel free to move the microphone if you'd like to. The court reporter is there. She's going to be writing down what you say. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Lieutenant Egley. How are you?
Good.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Lieutenant Todd Egley, E-G-L-I.
Lieutenant Egley, can you tap your mic just so I can make sure it's on? Thank you. And if I can have you speak up a little bit too, all right,
Sure.
sir?
Yes.
Lieutenant Egley, who are you employed with?
The Lynn County Sheriff's Office.
And your current position is a lieutenant?
I'm a commander of the criminal division.
How long have you been employed with law enforcement?
24 years.
Can you give me a brief history of your education and training in order to be a certified peace officer throughout the state of Iowa?
Yes, I was sworn in September 17th, 2001 at the Lynn County Sheriff's Office. Shortly after being sworn in, I was deployed after September 11th for a year in the Army. I enlisted in the Army in 1998, went to military police school in 1999. After returning back to the Sheriff's Office, I was assigned into the Correctional Center until 2008. During that time in the Correctional Center, I was trained to be a field training officer. I also then transferred in 2008 to the Patrol Division. In the Patrol Division, I attended various trainings. I specialized in accident investigation reconstruction. Stayed there from 2008 to 2018. 2018, I was promoted to sergeant, moved back to the Correctional Center. I'm sorry about that. Hear the feedback. I was moved back to the Correctional Center for 1 year. At that time, I was transferred again to the Patrol Division as a patrol sergeant in 2019. Then in 2022, I was transferred to the Criminal Division as a sergeant detective there. And then here in 2023, or 2024, I was promoted to lieutenant and commander of the Criminal Division.
I know you're doing your best, Lieutenant, but yeah, can you just kind of push it back and try not to breathe into the mic?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So quite a bit of history that you laid out for us.
Yes.
And sounds like you've had multiple different positions with the Lynn County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
And I need you to speak up, though, even though it's... Your Honor, could you see if you could adjust the witness's volume?
I did.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Apologize. Is that better?
That is better. Let's just try not to blow into the mic though, okay, sir? Thank you. Can you now tell me once again what's your current position?
Commander of the Criminal Division.
You are commander of the current division, criminal division.
Yes.
And so, are you a commander, lieutenant, sergeant? What is it?
Lieutenant.
Okay. How long have you held that position?
Since March 29th, 2024.
We're gonna try something, okay, sir?
I feel like I'm eating something. Is that better? I apologize.
No apology, Lieutenant. I think we don't sometimes have the best microphones in here, so
Yes.
thank you for working with us, though. So, Lieutenant, can you once again tell me, when did you get promoted to your current position?
In March 29th, 2024. Or correction, 2025, I'm sorry.
Prior to you being promoted to a lieutenant, what position did you have?
I was a detective in the criminal division,
And what was your rank?
a sergeant,
How long were you a detective in the criminal division?
for over 2 years. Over 2 years.
And then prior to that, were you just a regular Lynn County deputy?
I was a patrol sergeant
So how long were you a sergeant?
since 2018.
And then before a sergeant, just a regular deputy?
Yes, patrol deputy.
And then before that, you worked in the Lynn County Correctional Facility?
Yes, as a deputy.
And that's the jail?
Yes.
In your current position, what is your general duties and responsibilities?
I manage 7 sergeants, detectives, and then 6 clerical staff. And duties and responsibilities: reviewing reports submitted by the Lynn County Sheriff's Office deputies. I review those reports and, if necessary, assign those reports for detectives to follow up, and find charges. Present those charges usually to the Lynn County Attorney's Office, and review accident reports and numerous other reports.
So a lot of administration duties now.
Yes.
Prior to being a lieutenant, when you were a detective with the criminal division, what were your general duties and responsibilities as a detective?
As a detective, I was assigned various cases from, at that time, Lieutenant Buter. They ranged from anything simple thefts to a homicide.
And as we heard earlier from Detective Payne, it sounds like your detective division gets all types of crimes, not just specific crimes.
Correct.
Meaning some agencies have like a property division investigation or crimes against people. You guys have that all as under one banner.
Correct.
When you worked as a detective in the criminal division, did you work with anybody in particular, or was it kind of on a rotating basis?
I didn't work with anyone particular. We were assigned zones, usually 4 zones in our county, quadrants: north quadrant, south quadrants, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. So 4 areas, and then 2 additional detectives. One was a floater detective, and then one was assigned as evidence custodian. Also 1 DEA task force.
When you were a detective in the criminal division, what type of additional training did you have or get in order to hold that position?
When I was first assigned up there, I was sent to training law enforcement intelligence network, went to additional trainings on crime scene processing, evidence collection, management, scene photography, all sorts of various trainings.
And then now in your current position, what type of additional training have you had in order to be a lieutenant?
I've taken tests, had oral interview, and then have been taking numerous leadership courses.
So I want to direct your attention to the events that happened on June 5th of 2024. Do you recall this date?
Yes,
And on this date, what was your current position with the Lynn County Sheriff's Department?
I was a detective.
And that was with the criminal division?
Yes,
And on this date, were you dispatched a little after 4 o'clock to any location?
yes,
And do you recall where you were dispatched to?
yes. I was told to go to 3699 East Otter Road in response to 4 victims, originally described as possible carbon monoxide poisoning, later determined to be a crime scene, and I was requested to respond.
Were you working that day or did you get called in?
I was working that day.
And what was your normal shift hours?
Normal hours are 7:45 to 4:15.
So towards the end of your shift, you got this call.
Yes,
And where were you when you got the call?
at the sheriff's office.
And how did you get to the 3699 property?
I drove my unmarked police vehicle.
Did anybody ride with you?
No,
And so you rode solo?
yes.
Do you know how long it took you to get from the Lynn County Sheriff's Office to 3699?
I'd say approximately 15 minutes.
Did you go lights and sirens?
No, I did not.
And why did you not respond lights and sirens?
I asked while en route if I should go code 2 lights and sirens, and due to the amount of people who were already on scene, they advised not to.
And so when you arrive at the property of 3699, can you talk to me about the driveway and where to go?
Yes, I should include I did stop while responding to that location at another address prior to 3699 based on the radio traffic that I'd heard.
And why did you stop at this other address?
Someone reported, which was later, he was identified as Lieutenant Buter, took a statement from a person by the name Ty Amaro that 2 vehicles were observed in the area leaving at a high rate of speed. So I did stop at 3633 East Otter Road because I saw that people were outside and there were cameras fixed to the house.
And through your investigation, was it discovered that these vehicles traveling had nothing to do with,
Yes.
with the incident at 3699?
Yes.
So when you arrive at 3699, can you talk to me about the length of the driveway?
I would estimate it was an eighth of a mile.
And when you arrive, where do you go?
I pull up and meet with Lieutenant Buter, and then he explains to me what's going on and who actually was responding at the time and tasked me with taking photos of the scene.
And who's Lieutenant Buter?
He is now Major Buter. He is now the jail administrator, but he was the criminal division commander at the time.
So he held the position that you currently had now back on June 5th of 2024.
Yes.
So where did you locate Lieutenant Buter when you arrived on scene?
He was standing at the side of the driveway, and he met me at my passenger side window.
And we say driveway, how many driveways are on the property?
1.
And so how many buildings are on the property?
There was a large outbuilding shop, and there was a house located to the south and east of
So
that
which
building.
driveway were you in then?
I was in the main driveway that comes from the roadway to the property. So I was about 100 yards from the outbuilding.
Okay, so that's gonna be my question. Which building were you in front or by? Were you by the outbuilding or the house?
The outbuilding,
Okay, so you were in like that driveway area.
yes.
Because if you turn off, can you continue the driveway to go to what I call a driveway in front of a house?
Yes.
So is the purpose to speak to Lieutenant Buter to kind of get an update of what has been gathered or what has been seen?
Yes.
Trying to give you up to speed on what they've already discovered so you can continue your investigation?
Yes.
Kind of like a briefing?
Yes.
Were there a lot of law enforcement officers present?
Yes, there was law enforcement officers from the Robbins Police Department, the Iowa State Patrol, the Lynn County Sheriff's Office. What I
And when you
recall.
arrived on scene, were paramedics still present?
Yes.
So after you received this briefing from Lieutenant Buter, what did you do next?
I began to take photos, overall photos of the outbuilding, and later began talking with various law enforcement there outside the building to
So you-
determine what would be important to photograph.
So your initial duty was you were trying to get an overview of the scene
Yes,
and just taking photos of the outside of the pool or large shed or large building.
yes.
How many entrances are there for this building?
There are 3 at the time that I approached the building. There are 2 overhead doors and 1 walk-through door.
Any windows?
No,
Did you ever eventually make your way inside the building?
yes,
And when you entered into the building, do you recall which door you went through?
yes, the walk-through.
And when you say walk through, is that the door between the 2 garage doors?
Yes.
As you made your way into the building, tell me what you first observed.
The building was very filled with vehicles, tools, equipment. There was dogs in there. The first thing that caught my attention was a white female laying on the floor near a van seat, large amounts of blood around her head area. Then to her right, in front of a green Dodge Ram truck, there was a black male laying on the floor face up with a large amount of blood surrounding his body. I continued with photographs while walking through the scene, trying to determine what may have happened and what would be of importance to photograph.
So you said quite a bit there, so I want to break some of it up. So you first walked in, you noticed a female to the left of you. Did you identify who this was?
Yes,
Who was this?
Kiana Ryan,
And you observed a large amount of blood next to her?
yes,
Did you see where her injuries were?
yes, to her head,
Where were her injuries?
to her left and right side of her head.
What did her injuries appear to be consistent with?
At the time, I wasn't sure, but later, at the time, I thought it was a gunshot wound, possibly. It looked like blunt force trauma.
And then you made your way to which direction?
To the right,
And you said that you saw a black individual. Did you identify who that was?
yes, Ramondus Cooper,
And did he have injuries similar to Kiana?
yes.
When you walked between Kiana to Mr. Cooper, was there a consistent pool of blood, or was there spots that you could walk and not?
No, there was separation between both victims, where no blood was present.
So it's not like you were walking in like a creek or a river of blood constantly.
No,
Was there anybody next to Ramondus when you saw him?
no,
Were you ever given information if there was another person that was next to him?
yes.
Who was that?
Brent Brown,
Do you know what happened to Mr. Brown?
he was first placed into an ambulance that was outside the building, and then he was later flown by lifeguard area ambulance to the University of Iowa hospitals.
Besides locating Miss Ryan, Mr. Cooper, did you see any other body inside this building?
Yes, I did.
Who did you see?
Amanda Parker.
Where was she located?
She was located in the far corner, which I would refer to as the southeast corner of the shop area. She appeared pinned between a metal sawhorse and the wall of the building.
Did you get a look at her injuries?
Yes,
And did her injuries seem to be consistent with the injuries that you saw to Mr. Cooper and Miss Ryan?
yes,
And did she have blood around her?
yes.
But similar, was there this connection of blood pool between her and where Mr. Cooper was laying?
No,
Or was there, once again, spots that you could walk and there was not blood present?
yes,
Safe to say there was a lot of blood spatter, though?
yes.
After you made your initial walkthrough outside and inside, what did you do next in your investigation of this case?
I met up with Sergeant Payne. We collected some swabs, and we were tasked with interviewing, well, he had already interviewed Larry, and we were tasked with interviewing Luke Truesdell.
And when you say Sergeant Payne, is that Sergeant Tim Payne?
Yes,
And you stated that Sergeant Payne had spoke to Larry Truesdell?
yes,
Did you ever speak to Larry or interview him on the scene?
no,
That was taken care of by Sergeant Payne?
yes,
Did you speak to Luke Truesdell?
yes.
Where was Luke Truesdell when you went to go speak to him?
He was sitting on the front steps of the house, the ramp going up to the house.
So the house that was to the right of the pole building,
Yes,
and he was sitting next to the handicap ramp?
yes.
Before you went to speak to Luke Truesdell, did you see anybody else that was not law enforcement on the scene?
Yes, I spoke to Matt Brown.
And who is Matt Brown?
He is the brother of Brent Brown and son of Lon Brown.
And was it discovered later on he was the individual that called 911?
Yes.
Besides speaking to Matt Brown, did you see or locate any other civilians?
Yes, Cody McLeod.
Who?
Cody McLeod.
And who is Cody McLeod?
He lives at 3699 East Otter Road with Lon Brown.
And did he later on provide you assistance of accessing the surveillance videos that was on this scene?
Yes,
Were you wearing a body cam that day?
yes,
And was it working properly?
yes,
And was it on when you spoke to Luke Truesdell?
yes,
I have with me States Exhibits marked 5.1 and 5.2. 5.1 is that body cam footage of when you spoke to Luke Truesdell while he was, 6.1 and 6.2. 6.1 is the body cam footage and when you spoke to Luke Truesdell on the porch. Do you recall reviewing that?
yes,
And is that a fair and accurate copy of the recording of the conversation that you had with Luke Truesdell on June 5th of 2024?
yes,
And then 6.2 is your body cam footage of when you rode in the back of Deputy Loftskirt's squad car with Luke Truesdell on June 5th of 2024. Do you recall that footage?
yes,
And do you recall reviewing that?
yes,
And is 6.2 a fair and accurate copy of that footage that you spoke with Luke Truesdell on the ride from the 3699 property to the Lynn County Police Department?
yes, to the Lynn County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, I would ask to admit into evidence States Exhibit 6.1 and 6.2.
Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, at this time, permission to publish for the jury States Exhibit 6.1.
Granted.
Thank you.
I want to talk to Luke.
Thank you. Before I start States Exhibit 6.1, Deputy Egley, in the left corner, we have some numbers. The first one reads 6/5/2024, and then we have the numbers 17, 34, 31. What is that information?
That is the date and time.
And is that time of 17, 34, 31 military time?
Yes,
And so would the actual time be 5:34:31 p.m.?
yes,
And is this accurate time,
yes,
meaning that your body camera is on the correct time, not off by any minutes, hours, or anything?
that's correct.
stopping the video at actual time of 17:34:54. We can hear some noise. What's that noise?
Wind?
Was it very windy that day?
Yes, it was very windy.
And we hear some clicking noise. What are you doing here?
Taking images, photos.
Motorcycle. Before we start questioning Luke, why are you fighting? Tops first. Tops. One at a time. Good. Any other one?
I stopped the stage of the 6.1 at real time 17:35:49. Who was the individual that you were just taking pictures of?
That is Larry Truesdell.
And what were you taking pictures of?
Just the condition of his hands, his clothing, his body, shoes.
And we saw an individual in a green shirt sitting on the ramp. Who's that individual?
That is Luke Truesdell.
And then we saw a female deputy, would be to your right of you right here. Who's that?
That is Deputy Kelly Hughes.
And then we see, which we'll be able to see a clear look, but some green pants to the right of Deputy Hughes. Who is that?
That is Sergeant Tim Payne.
And with regards to Luke Truesdell, do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and describe the color of shirt, tie, and if he has any facial hair or not?
Yes, he's sitting at the table there with green colored shirt, blue tie, facial hair.
And the individual to my left is sitting between his two attorneys that you described?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just want to slide your hands here, clear real quick. Yeah, Luke, correct me. Luke, you understand you're not under arrest, right? I don't know anything about why you're sitting here on this deck right now, okay? So that's why I'm trying to ask questions and not go through stories other people have told me. You got the top of your hands first, and then the buttons. Go ahead, turn. Bear with me. Good. Just got something in your back pocket there. What is that? Knife. Oh, knife for me. Yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah.
I stopped the video at 17:36:47. We heard the defendant say he had it out by the boat. Do you know, who was he pointing to?
Larry.
That's Larry Truesdell?
Yes.
This is Larry. You still got the knife? Or is it out by the boat? Oh, it is. It's up to me.
So as he jumped out of the back of the boat, it's on the ground right behind him.
Behind the boat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that involved in anything here today?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of, is it just generic or is it like a name
It's,
brand knife? Okay. Right, like a 550 cord. You know what that is? The parachute cord for the military. Okay. All those knives, yeah, you use that parachute cord rather than the handle of cord.
Okay, yes.
So that might do some trick stuff. Do you know me at all? A little bit. I have a brother. His name's True up top. One of the detectives in the sheriff's office for 2 years now. I've been there almost 23 years in September. So I just want to at least tell you, you're not under arrest. We're trying to figure out what happened today. Get initial story from you And then, was it at 3 o'clock you found this? And that's when you discovered that? Alright. Okay. Did he call you or something? You just showed up and then they said go out. Who was it that said that? Of the people inside? One of the persons near that. Hey, you turn yours down. Rod? Luke's got a sheath for a knife. It's missing the knife, and he says that he was using it, Larry was using it on the boat, and somewhere on the boat. Okay. So it's a knife that he doesn't have now. Okay. It's somewhere around the boat, so if he's identified about here now, where it's at, he got the sheath in his back pocket. So. Okay. If that was it. Alright, gotcha.
I stopped State's Exhibit 6.1 at actual real time of 17:40:20. We see an individual that exit the house wearing this blue Carhartt shirt. Who's that individual?
That is Cody McLeod.
Yeah, I'm not Nick. So he just come in and asked about the cars. I had a home for the morning. Okay. Yeah, there's two in there. They're trying to like one. I got a home, so we can take that home. Okay. Were you here all this? No, I just got here. I got here after all this happened, so I just let her get it. Yeah. So yeah, no, I pulled up like I really called. All right. And then if you guys identify him, good.
Lieutenant Egley, I just stopped the video. It states Exhibit 6.1 at 17:43:53. There was just some questions that were asked to the defendant about what happened, what the defendant said happened.
At that point right there, he said he hit them.
And then when Sergeant Payne did a follow-up asking him, you said you hit him, what action did the defendant do with his head?
Nodded.
So just taking the video back of 6.1 back to the times of 17:43:36.
You went in and what happened? Tell me about it. Why? Obviously, I can tell there's a reason something happened. Say, Mom, did you? I mean, I said, do something. I'm sorry, but did they do something to you? Was that before Lon told you to go out there and talk to him, or were you already out there with him? Okay, so he tells you to go check on him, go through the service door, and what were they doing inside? Yeah. So I got one car down there, and Brent was still trying to do that. But what did you say that you hit them? What did you hit them with? Right inside the door, right inside the door. Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could have the screen clear, please. Lieutenant Egley, when you heard the defendant say, I hit them, and acknowledge that he hit him and used the metal bar, did you know who them were?
Not exactly, other than the ones up in the shop.
So you knew that he was referring to the bodies that were up in the shop,
Yes,
that you guys were clearly talking about the bodies you found in the shop and not some random individuals.
correct.
So reality, when he said them, you did know who he meant by them.
Yes,
Your Honor, if I could just have the screen for the witness, please.
It's on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy Egley, do you see the photographs that are on the screen? The first one marked as State's Exhibit 6.6,
yes,
and the next one marked as State's Exhibit 6.7,
yes,
and then the last one marked as State's Exhibit 6.8.
yes,
When looking at State's Exhibit 6.6, is this one of the photographs that you took of the defendant sitting on the ramp at 3688 on June 5th of 2024?
at 3699.
Excuse me, 3699?
Yes,
And as we can kind of see in your body cam footage, you've taken this photograph?
yes,
Is this a fair and accurate copy of that photograph?
yes,
When looking at State's Exhibit 6.7, are these pictures of the defendant's hands that you took?
yes,
And when these are showing the pictures of his palms,
yes,
and then 6.8 would be showing the top of his hands.
yes,
And these are all photographs that you took that day,
yes,
and fair and accurate copies of those photographs.
yes,
Your Honor, permission to omit, or the state would request that State's Exhibit 6.6, 6.7, and 6.8 be introduced into evidence.
Is there an objection?
No objection.
Admitted.
Your Honor, permission to publish State's Exhibit 6.6, 6.7, and 6.8 for the jury.
Granted.
Thank you. Lieutenant Egley, when looking at State's Exhibit 6.6, was the defendant's clothes taken and seized?
Yes.
And were those collected and turned over to be processed?
Yes.
And were they photographed by Sergeant Eric Lear?
Yes.
And were these sent to the DCI to be tested?
Yes.
Similar, when looking at State's Exhibit 6.7 and 6.8 of the defendant's hands, was buccal swabs or sample of defendant's DNA collected at the sheriff's office?
It was collected, yes, by him through search warrant.
And were those DNA swabs sent to the DCI for testing?
Yes.
What was the purpose of taking pictures of the defendant's hands?
Just to see the condition of them, if there was blood on them or not.
And when looking at State's Exhibit 6.7 and 6.8, did you see any blood on them?
No.
And initially, did you see any blood on his clothing when you first were speaking to him?
No.
Was it not till later on that those items were collected that blood was located?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to clear the screen, please. Now, the defendant told you guys where the pipe was. Was that found?
Yes.
And was that found exactly where the defendant told you?
Yes, exactly.
And was that pipe collected by officers?
Yes.
And was that photographed and also sent to DCI for testing?
Yes.
Once the defendant confessed to hitting 4 people and telling you where the murder weapon was a decision made to place the defendant under arrest?
Yes.
And was he transported to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Who transported him?
Deputy Lofsgaard transported him, and I rode in the passenger side rear seat with him, with Luke.
Why did you ride with him?
Luke wanted to continue talking to me, and I told him I'd ride with him.
Was your body cam still working?
Yes.
And we talked about State's Exhibit 6.2, which is that body cam footage of you riding with the defendant. Is that a fair and accurate copy of that footage on State's Exhibit 6.2?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask permission to publish State's Exhibit 6.2 for the jury.
Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may have the screen, please. Before I start State's Exhibit 6.2, we have once again the date of June 5th of 2024. Our time is 16:10:25. Would that be 6:10:25 p.m.?
Yes.
And I said I'm at 18:10:25, which actually would be 6:10:25.
Yes.
Before we get started, we see a grayish color, smaller SUV. Did you discover who SUV that belonged to?
Yes.
Who did it belong to?
Luke Truesdell.
And later on, when reviewing surveillance footage, do you see this arrive?
Yes.
And do you see the individuals get out of this vehicle?
Yes.
And who are the individuals that get out of this vehicle?
It'd be Luke and Larry Truesdell.
And that's seen from surveillance footage?
Yes.
And this blue truck, do you remember whose blue truck this is?
That was registered to Lon Brown.
And then we see an individual leaning against kind of a tan, maybe silverish color car. Sorry, I'm not very good with the colors. What color car is that?
It's that beige color, silver.
And whose vehicle is that?
Jason Lofsgaard.
That's Deputy Lofgard?
Yes.
And the individual leaning against the back door, who's that?
Luke Truesdell.
And then we see an individual in a deputy uniform with a vest, bald, who's that?
Deputy Lost Guard.
And then we see an individual with a dark polo shirt in front of the defendant. Who's that?
Sergeant Payne.
Yeah, he's gonna run with you. Okay. You're gonna call right with her, just read his rights. Sorry, I gotta call this.
Stop the video at 18:10:44. The defendant asked you for a hug. What do you say after he gave you a hug?
Thank you.
And what else did he say? Do you recall him saying, "I feel a lot better talking to you"?
Yes.
Yeah, we're there. On the way down. Here. So. That's the last line of keeping the grades in mind. Right. Would you give me some? Give me some. I don't. It's no lifeguard. My car's energy sensitive, so what's that? My car is basically got a specific. And I'll follow it. I'll get you down here. Okay. Keep going with it. I did talk to you, Dad. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. Can you, Lofty, can you turn on the air conditioning too? The air conditioning, if you got it?
Yeah, that's.
No, that's fine. Kind of music do you like? I've been listening to blues and music with no words. I listen to everything from classical, like piano, to Disturbed, to Corn. I did over the time, and I don't remember doing that much. I guess I'm just trying to fill in over the years, because I've never really been able to. I'm like, it would be for me, is that I'm getting high. I mean, my grandma's up to 12 years old. I believe my grandma was murdered. You told me that. I haven't had control since. Now, I'll tell you something. One of the reasons why I got into this is because my aunt and uncle, was found deceased. Called it a suicide. I'm trying to tell you a part of my personal life too. You're a Muslim? And I still don't believe it. That was back in the 90s. Yeah, back in 95, it was. I had an uncle that was a farmer, and he allegedly committed suicide. I didn't believe it. And less than a month later, my aunt was shot. And I still don't believe it, because she never touched a gun. You know what I mean? She was very religious, never touched a gun, never allowed guns. But yet, she shot herself. So that's one of the reasons of why. There's your cameras. Please don't tell me it's not true. That's all I ask. It's I don't want to give a show or stuff, man. I'm not allowed to feel relieved, but it's kind of hard to point to. I'll never much 95 anymore. Hey, I'm 45 years old. I don't still remember that. I do. Do you remember the smells? I do. It's weird how I just remember stuff like that. How car accidents, Truesdell and Justin Truesdell, and I believe I know where they're buried. And I'm one of the few that do, and I believe they're just empty boxes or boxes of gold or something, you know. I believe my daughters are still alive, and if you didn't see them, everybody I've asked did not see them dead. One died in the other room, and one died on the way to Iowa City Hospital. There's no proof that they are gone. I've never told anybody this. I believe the FBI came to me in Washington High School trying to find my father when I was a freshman in high school. And they wouldn't let me call my grandpa. They got me and I ran from them the next day. They let me call my grandpa. Did you eat today? I had some hot noodles this morning. Yeah, you said you used a couple days ago, you're not gonna have enough dose or anything like that. I'm sorry, I smoked a little, I believe this morning. I can say yes, but I'm not a chemist. Right. You don't, it doesn't have the ingredients labeled on the damn and stuff, right? So you got that from Rel? Is that the only person you get it from? That wouldn't be all said, no, his name, real name, I don't know. Right. Black Rel, yeah.
I stopped the State Exhibit 6.2 just at 182506. Deputy Egley, excuse me, Lieutenant Egley, there was a question that you had asked, and the defendant did a response. What was the question that you asked that might have been missed here?
Did you get your meth from Roe?
The other question about, is that the black man that you hit?
Is that the black male you hit?
And what did the defendant do?
He nodded.
So going back a little bit, starting the video back up at 1824:51.
That's the only person you get it from? That wouldn't be all said, no, his name, real name, I don't know. Right. The black girl that you hit? You know, the motorcycle shop.
Stopping the video at States Exhibit 6.2 at 1826:55. You were asking questions about the girl in the corner. Once again, who's the girl in the corner?
Amanda Parker.
And you were asking questions if she said anything, what the defendant said that she was saying.
No, no, no.
And that was when you asked as you were going towards her?
Yes.
It's going to back States Exhibit 6.2 back a little bit to 1826:31.
And the girl in the corner, you know, I don't know her name. It's the girl's girlfriend. I know that much, but I don't know her name. Did she say anything to you while she went to the corner? No. That's all she said. No. That I remember. days, because there's a lot of money. But now, a lot on my head. Feel better though now. I sure do. Okay. But the motivation behind this wasn't because of something they did other than maybe we're getting you drugs, right? It's gone. It's everything that I grew up with. So this act helped you get rid of some of it? It's all gone. Other than that, I wasn't even holding this up. My whole life. 33. Do you remember grades when you were 4 and 5? I do. Every now and then, in my sleep. And it hurts to sleep. I don't know how I did it for 12 years. Other than I was not here. I'm upstairs and service with my daughter's video. I can't believe it because I won't choose my kids. And I just did. Yeah, right over here, it'd be fine. I want to take a look at that. I really do. Who else? I don't know where to start. I don't know, like I don't know. I believe in my last name, I can get so far in. Right. Everybody else around says that they targets, they don't remember a lot of them, but they all tell me and my father that I didn't really have kids. I didn't really have kids. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to get out first. And then we'll reach you upstairs. Are you thirsty? A little bit. I am.
Get a drink and everything.
Good, cuff me. Luke, you gonna keep cooperative, let me get off.
I got no issues.
I was good. Man, good job application, don't take the roof down.
Your Honor, if I may have the screen clear, please. Lieutenant Egley, when you were speaking to the defendant, did he appear to be paranoid?
Yes.
You said yes?
Yes.
We saw you guys enter William County Sheriff's Office. Did the defendant continue to speak to you anymore once you were there?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
He said, hand me a job application, I'll take the rest down.
Besides that, did he ever talk to you anymore about this incident?
No. After that.
What did he do while he was in that room? Did he ever speak to you?
Yes, he wanted to, a pen and piece of paper to write a note to his kids.
Did he ever write a letter to his kids?
No.
And in fact, did he end up ever saying anything more after asking to write a letter to his kids?
No.
Just sit there and wait?
Yes.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes. All right, members of the jury, this is going to be a good time for us to conclude for today. Please remember the admonition that I previously provided. You can, okay. You can leave your notepads on your chairs, and we will go ahead and collect those when you leave. Alyssa will escort you into the hallway, and we will see you Monday at 9 a.m. Please remember that Tuesday is Veterans Day, and we won't be having court. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Please have a seat. We are now outside the presence of the jury. Is there anything that we need to discuss before concluding for the weekend on behalf of the state of Iowa?
Nothing on the record, Judge.
All right, anything on the record from the defense?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you, and Lieutenant, you are excused. Thank you for your testimony today.
Thank you.
All right, so.